Blazing 92.3, jamming the most hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. I'm here with RAZ-B. What's going on, my guy?
Man, I'm happy to be here, man.
I'm glad you're here. I know one time you was talking about not being a part of the tour, so I'm glad you continue because I feel like you're very important to the group. What was that first conversation when you guys got back together?
Pretty interesting. Individually, we all had to talk to each other and get to understand where each other are at as grown men.
Okay.
Headspace. After those conversations, we were able to put this thing together. You know what I mean? Because we love each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's a respect there, and we found our boundaries. And most importantly, is to keep B2K tight. You know what I'm saying? Because
okay.
we have something this powerful, people want to get inside of it and try to break it up.
You went to China. How long you was in China?
I was in China for 7 years. And
what was it like living out there?
Compared to America, it's a big difference. When people ask me that question, it's hard to sum it up. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot. The culture itself, they have 5,000 years of history compared to being over here in America. So I just learned so many ancient trade secrets and secrets that I use today here in America. That allowed for me to grow up and mature. And the food is amazing. The people are amazing. Like I love how when they give you your change, they present it to you with two hands. Or if they give you a business card, they give it to you with two hands. Everything's about form of respect. Form of respect and stuff like that.
Do you guys plan on, being that the tour has been so successful, work on some new music?
We've been talking about it. I think right now, I learned to China as well. Step by step. Elaine Rivers. Step by step. Excuse me. I haven't answered this one in a long time. Sorry. I would have to say step by step. God willing, if it be in God's will, we do some music. What would it sound like? I have an idea what it could sound like, but we all have our own flavors. That's why I think the record would be crazy if we're willing to get in that space. But as of right now, the primary focus is the Millennium Tour because they just keep adding dates.
That's dope. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it would be crazy if you wasn't on it. I think people expect you to be on it. I know it's issues behind the scenes, and you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to talk about it. Initially, I didn't know anything about it. Like you guys are actually one of the, I think the second group that I interviewed.
Okay.
Before you guys became famous, I remember IMX came to the market and they called you. I was in Richmond, Virginia at the time, and they called you guys before that next level. I know you have a good relationship with Omarion. How's things going with you guys?
I have a great relationship with all the boys. Me and Amari being the main vocals out the group, we tend to rock out a lot, you know what I'm saying? So we all have our vibes. And one thing I always noticed, I was telling Amari this the other day, I don't know if he caught it, but in the group, we all, I used to live with J-Book when we were younger. Or me and Fizz, we have our things where we connect. Me and O have our things where we connect. So individually, I think probably you asked that question, or people may get that narrative because I've tagged Amari a few times. You know what I'm saying? And I want to let that be known. There's no tension or animosity amongst the group per se, right? There's a lot of other outside forces that's going to be around it. And for me, it's very peaceful in China. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be around anything that's stressful.
So
it's supposed to be happy. It's supposed to be a happy place.
Do you plan on living back in China after the tour?
I'm never gonna not live in China.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I have freedom over there. I'm treated like royalty over there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna come to America and be treated anything less than that.
Okay. So when it comes to the other situations, do you plan on addressing it in the future?
What situations? Just
the stuff that you was talking about. Is it Chris Stokes?
That story is always going to be around because that's family. So I think in order to graduate and enroll into your future, you can't be driving in reverse gear.
Correct.
So I'm a very wise guy, and
that's dope. I just asked that because I know sometimes when
people want to carry that story on.
Yeah. I don't necessarily want to carry it on. I know the last situation when you was talking about getting off the tour, it just seemed like you was real hurt, and I know you want to get a lot off, and I remember you saying that as well, that you want to. What did you actually say? It was something to the effect like, I'm still working on myself, So when I hear, because initially I didn't know I didn't see the old videos, but you know when the Millennium Tour came about, people started throwing all of that stuff up. So it wasn't like it was out in the open. And then when you guys became a group again and became on tour, it was okay, maybe everything's cool. And then that one date when that happened, I was like, you know, he's really going through something. So it's more so healing, you know, and I could be wrong. You could correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you want to get past, you know, everything. It's good that you're going.
Coming back from China, like, you know, I was gonna have to walk through a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so with that being said, I mean, it's all about love and positivity. I got my boy Charlie Mack here. We good. I got the right people around me, so that's all that matters. And I'm happy. And the tour is going great.
That's dope. Well, thank you for talking to me, man. And I appreciate you.